Welcome back. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. You know what? This is the fun factory. Right here, we do nothing but talk sports, and it gets interesting when you are involved. So we want you to be part of the program. Talk to us just about anything, but you know what? It must be going down in our world of sports. Our feedback mechanism, just in case you missed it, on Twitter, we're Channels_sports. You know, it's a verified Twitter handle. We do nothing but talk sports. You guys are already asking questions about mixed martial arts. Hey, Henry George is out of the studio, but keep those comments, keep those questions, those suggestions coming. You know what? We can be part of nation building. Mixed martial arts can be big in Nigeria, yes. It's a young federation. We can gather all of your suggestions, your comments. I'll send it to the federation, and then they will be pleased that you are also involved. Before we bring in Inyobong Monday, is already seated. Let's just give you this news coming from basketball, where Nigeria's D Tigers are the emerged winner of the men's FIBA Africa 3-on-3 championship in Lomé, Togo, after beating Ivory Coast 21-9. Yes, that's how to beat your opponents. 21-9 points in the final. The the women's team finished second after they lost 12-11 to Mali. That's so narrow of a loss right there. The men's team has Azuma Dike, Godwin David, Lucky Subel, and Yahya Abdul, while the women's team is made up of Nkechi Akashili, you know her, the player from First Bank, Deborah Wakama, Joseph Anaswem, and Nkem Arawawe. 13 countries participated in the tournament, which started on Friday. So we lost one and we won the other. The men got their victory. The ladies didn't win, but it's all good. It's all good for the love of the game. They will bounce back stronger. Let's get on with the show now. Inyobong Monday is back on the program. Inyobong, good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Yeah, very fantastic to be back here again, Austin. And I was listening to the mixed martial, and I'm wondering if it's something I want to have a crack at. You never know.
Yeah, it's possible. But you look so fresh and so clean. It's going to try out mixed martial arts. But yeah, and you mentioned that age is not so much of a barrier. It's all about technique.
Absolutely.
But before you go, guard well, brother. Just in case.
Please don't try it at home.
Don't try it out. Now let's begin with the four cornets. You were so confident when they were traveling to Morocco, but then again we said women's football is growing. They didn't win, but they didn't lose either.
It's the first leg, and you've got to give them credit. Wonderful result in the first leg. Rashida Ajibade doing what we've come to accept, that she is that top footballer, scoring that all-important away goal. We went to goal down, but we got back on level terms. And the return fixture will be in Nigeria in 2 weeks, and you're hoping that with the kind of confidence and support, and I hope it's going to be played in Benin, where there are loads and loads of support in that particular part of the country. We'll be very, very pleased that the Falconets are just getting closer and closer to the 2018 World Cup. They've done quite well, and we have to give them credit.
Credit big time, Nyobong, because, I mean, they won our hearts and won new fans when they defeated Tanzania, and they will understand, you know, what it means to go to North Africa to play, but they will be back there getting ready. I mean, wow, newly appointed chairman of the NFF Technical and Development Committee, Yusuf Ahmed, we know him as Fresh. He has commended the country's under-20 girls, the Falconets, for their 1-1 draw secured against their Moroccan counterparts in Saleh on Sunday. The match, Inyobong told you, was the first leg of a second-round fixture of the African qualifying race for the 2018 FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup Finals. So the return leg will take place at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin City on the 18th of November. So put it down, November the 18th. Information that you can use. The winner on aggregate will proceed to the final round of the African qualifying series. So that's it. We're confident. They loved what they experienced in Benin. So Benin City should be getting ready for them also. Give them the right atmosphere, a conducive environment. These girls will get the results.
Absolutely, with the right atmosphere. And we saw with the last qualifier they played against Tanzania.
That's right.
The fans came out in their numbers. The government of the land, terrific strike that time. The government of the land were really, really supportive in throwing their weight behind the Falconets. And we're absolutely looking forward to the second leg. And we believe that Rashida Ajibade and the girls will really come out smoking.
That's right. So November the 18th, guys, put it down. The Falconets, led by coach Christopher Danjuma, they will be playing the return leg against Morocco. Let's scare the Moroccans. When they get into that stadium, let them see the ground. Let them see the fans on ground and know that they're not going anywhere with that one. We're also counting down to that big one, big one, the Super Eagles of Nigeria against the Desert Foxes of Algeria. A lot of people say nothing much in this one, but hey, I spoke to Ghana Roy. He says everything is in this one for me. Yes, because he's preparing a team for the 2018 FIFA World Cup. You know, and while we say Nigeria has already qualified, we don't need it, blah, blah, blah. Some players understand that if they get a chance here and they do well, the fans will start saying, bring him on.
Absolutely, I totally agree, because we haven't found our 23 yet for the World Cup, so there's still an outside chance for a few players to really get into that squad and make it to the World Cup. But the important thing for me is the momentum in the team, because you can't be losing matches. It does something to offset the balance of the side. It does something to offset the flow in the team. And the manager is building something. He's looking at his players. He's testing his tactics. He wants to perfect it before the World Cup. He's talking of Nigeria's chances at the World Cup. Getting into the semi-final for the very first time would be a huge achievement. And you cannot be losing matches, because once players get used to winning, all of a sudden they become serial winners. They become they become so confident going into games. They just hate to lose. Yeah. But when you're losing matches, and sometimes it's not really accustomed to you that you win matches regularly, it can be a big trouble. But it's good that the manager is thinking well. He's getting the mentality there. We have to win this one. He's dead rubber, obviously. It won't affect our qualification to the World Cup. But as someone
do something to the team,
as someone thought about the fact that it will improve our rankings. Has someone thought about that?
As someone also thought about the fact that it will bring quality competition. And so you put in an Antonio Wakeme in there and it gives you a hat-trick. Or Johnny Arrow sits up there and says, what is going on here? I get injured and these guys want to take my place.
Absolutely. All of a sudden, people like Austin and Toby Adepoju start getting on social media, get on TV, get on radio.
And say, that's the man.
And we keep talking, or we will say, come on, give him a chance. And it's good, Austin. You're really making a very salient point, because if Nwakeme comes in against Algeria and does well, gets a goal or two, plays against Argentina, gives up a very good performance, all of a sudden, Odion Igalo, Kelechi Iheanacho
will sit up.
Ahmed Musa and the rest of the usual suspects begin to sit up and say, come on, there's someone over our shoulders wanting a sniff in this team, and it brings competitiveness into the national team. It brings a lot of excitement, and when the manager starts to have a positive headache, it's good for our side.
Beautiful.